This week on All-Star Fandom, we jump into Halloween Mania. Obviously, it's the month of October. I'm Employee of the Month. I'm joined again by my Hogwarts dog, Roof Dog, one more time. And today we're going to be going into the top 3 Halloween TV specials. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Halloween Mania. Let's talk about it. Welcome to All-Star Fandom, to our very special Halloween Mania series that we're starting for the month of October, where we're going to be going into all things Halloween. And today we're kicking it off with top 3 Halloween TV specials. I'm being joined today by my very, very regular, he's a regular on the show right now, Rufus. Introduce yourself to the people. Say what's up, man.
Hello, people. Today, my name is Rufus Leonis William Gavinus. That's how I shall be addressed today. How y'all doing tonight? I'm super excited about this special, this first of our Halloween special, TV Halloween special episode, our top 3. I'm ready to get into it. Dion.
Yeah, so obviously we dressed up. I love Coming to America. It's not a Halloween movie. You could say a Christmas movie, maybe, but
yeah,
who's better than Hakeem right now? I mean, again, you don't like this video, I'll be forced to thrash you. But anyway,
definitely.
So let's jump into it. So we're gonna go over.
Okay.
I'll give my top 3. Rufus will give his top 3 Halloween TV specials. So these are from back in the day. Any type of TV show that had that fell within fall. Have a Halloween special. So Rufus, I'm gonna throw it to you. What's your number 3 Halloween TV special? And this is our list of all time. So go ahead.
Here we go. Of all time. Here we go. My number 3 special. That was a little magic trick for y'all. Y'all don't know about that. We're gonna go with Living Single. Where her and Scooter had a little issue. And the episode's called Trick or Truck, where she thought Scooter was cheating on her, when she dressed in the Lil Bo Peep outfit.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah, you remember that episode? The episode where my boy Overton Wakefield Jones kept trying to trick people. He kept doing all the gags, and the only person was scared was Sinclair. She kept screaming, "Ah! Ah!" Everybody else just looking at him crazy. So that's my number 3 pick. Dion, what you got for me?
Okay, that didn't register for me. I remember the episode, but I don't know. Your top 2 must be amazing, because I didn't even think about that one. My number 3.
Really?
I did not. My number 3. Here's a question though, Rufus. Like, what made that episode for you at least? Like, okay, that's in my top number 3. You gave me a synopsis of it, but there has to be a moment that you were like, yes, I'm coming back to this one. I'm glad
you asked. So at the time,
Employee of the Month. What are you talking about? I got this.
I see you. I feel that. But at the time, I was kind of going through like a little relationship type thing. She was a taller woman, and it was around Halloween, and kind of, kind of like that. And the fact that I have had a huge crush on Queen Latifah since birthday, since the first day I saw her. Yeah,
interesting.
The biggest crush on Queen Latifah, bro. So, and then to see her in that Lil Bo Peep outfit, I'm like, ooh, I kind of like that. And then I always rooted. Hold on, check it out though. But during the whole Living Single years, I always rooted for her and Scooter. So I just really enjoyed that episode. And plus, it was funny to me. And Overton Wakefield Jones, one of my all-time favorite characters ever.
All time, yeah. You mean her and Black Lightning? Her and Jefferson?
Yeah, but Jefferson Page, whatever, my Scooter,
Okay.
But that's why it stuck out to me though.
Okay, so and I get it. My top 3, or my number 3, is one that like is recent. It's super recent. It's one of the best Halloween specials I've seen in recent years, and I'll tell you the reason why. But let me tell you which one is it. I don't know if you watch it, but have you watched Abbott Elementary?
I started.
Number three.
I started.
Number three is Abbott Elementary for me. It was essentially, I just call it the Baby Thanos episode. Rufus, I do not want to spoil this because you haven't seen it, but I have to talk about this. Rufus,
but let's talk about it now.
Rufus, okay, obviously ABC is connected with Disney. All Marvel characters they can come as anybody. You had Ava, the principal, show up as Storm. You had what was it? Melissa, she was dressed as Scarlet Witch. Like these, and then there was this. So the premise of the show, right, or this episode, they had all this candy, and they were going to give the candy out like towards the end of school. But there was this one kid who just happened to be dressed like Thanos, who did not want to wait until the end of the day to get candy. He wanted it then. So while the candy is being guarded, he essentially takes the candy and distributes it all to every kid in the school. In the school, Rufus.
No.
I think he had like a gauntlet that had like was like ring pops. Like it was like, and they called him Baby Thanos. And it was like, I think the episode's called Candy Zombies. It could be that. But Rufus, I tell you, it was essentially just chaos. The little kid, there was one kid dressed like the janitor of the place. And he asked him, "What does it cost you?" Everything. Like it was
everything.
And he said it was just puns within it. He was like, instead of "I am inevitable," he was like, "I am inedible and ineditable" or something like that. Dude, and that's the first one that's creeped into my top 3 in years. Let's jump. Your number 2, Rufus. We're going up our list. So far, you have Living Single episode. I have an Abbott Elementary. This is where we get a little bit, it gets a little tight, right? We got 2 to choose from each. So go ahead.
We got 2. All right. My number 2. We got Martin. Man, look, episode 5 of season 5, when he bought the house from Mr. T.
It was a Scooby-Doo episode.
It was a Scooby-Doo episode. Look, you had my man Martin dressed as Ike. You had Gina dressed as Tina. You had my boy. Look, Tommy was Shaq. My boy Cole was the Scarecrow from the Wind. Like it was going down. The episode is absolutely hilarious. One of my favorite Martin episodes, hands down. Cause
the funniest thing about that episode to me was obviously Martin dressed as Ike Turner, because that was a great wig. Because it was flowing and moving.
It was flowing and moving.
Okay.
And he was moving it too. Like every scene, he was doing something with that wig to make it stay.
And man, I think what we're finding out is that the TV series, we're in sitcoms, at least the pocket right now. And there hasn't been anything scary that pops up. I don't think a lot of TV series where specials were scary. They were just fun, right? So with that one, loved it. I wouldn't have put it over the one that the other Martin Halloween episode where
when the old man Ackerman.
Yes, that would have been my number 2.
Look, okay. Since we're not doing this, that was gonna be my honorable mention.
Oh, was because see,
Old Man Ackerman episode.
You know what gets me in the Old Man Ackerman episode? The credits when before he goes off.
Yes.
You see Old Man Ackerman.
Ackerman, yes. He cut the light off.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Look, people, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, just go back and watch Martin TV show from the 90s. It's absolutely hilarious. Timeless classic. Still funny to this day.
To this day. Yeah. I'll tell you what, to this day.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 2, sticking with, we're sticking on the same wavelength here. So I'm gonna go with the other bad boy, Fresh Prince, Hex and the Single Guy.
Okay.
I'm going with Mike Lowry on this one. Number 2 is mine.
Okay.
This episode, I remember this one, every season there's something that I watch, and this is one that makes the rotation because it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Quick synopsis of the episode: Hillary wants to go to a psychic, who did the
psychic.
seance. His name was Scorpius, and
Yes.
she had to take the whole family because they needed like 4 or more people. So the whole family goes. They go to this dude's house. He tries to knock on the door. The door just opens. And the whole time they're sitting around this table trying to bring Trevor back. That's why she went to the seance. She wanted to have some closure with Trevor. So Trevor was was gonna be Hillary's husband, but Beyonce. He proposed to her. Yeah, he proposed to her, and he didn't finish the proposal. He did it bungee jumping, and he probably the best and funniest scene of Fresh Prince is the reaction to Trevor hitting that pavement, and they just go through them on the couch. Like Uncle Phil and Jeffrey are behind, just looking at, and Will was like,
Hillary is still looking at the TV like, and
you know what I'm saying? Please stand by popped up on the TV though after it.
Yeah,
and he was like, I ain't no bungee expert, but I don't think he's supposed to be hitting the ground like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
So let me jump back.
Hilarious episode, cuz.
Let me jump back into this one. So while they are trying to do the seance, Will is just having like a stand-up comedy routine, man. He don't believe it. So Scorpius, once they lost, look, if you believe it, he contacted Trevor and he lost him because of Will. And no one believed it. So Scorpius put a hex on Will. And after that, they go back, and all this bad stuff just happening to him. Like Carlton was dressed like Macaulay Culkin, and he dyed his hair blonde. He couldn't get the dye out; his hair looked like a snow cone. Uncle Phil got accused of like stealing or taking money or something like that. He was gonna accuse
like a bribe or something.
Yeah, he was gonna accuse of taking bribes. And then Ashley got attacked by the tennis ball machine.
Yeah.
And what sent everybody over the edge, or what made people start believing it, was when Hillary was making out with Jazz on the sofa.
Yeah.
And that's where Will got blamed for the hex. That's the one thing. Well, obviously he threw Uncle Phil out of Jazz did. Instead, it was a reverse of it. And the funniest thing about this one was like Carlton was like, he believed it from the jump, honestly. And Carlton was like, he told you got to break the hex, man. He's like, hurry. We'll run a little bit. He looked back. Carlton, hurry. Run a little bit. Look back. Hurry. So he goes to try to break the hex, but the house and the guy, they're still there, but he's a normal person. And he just bangs like, break the hex, man. Break the hex. He wakes up and the day starts to repeat over again. So it was a nightmare before, but it starts up. It's exactly like it started.
Kind of like Groundhog Day.
Yes. Yeah. So that to me, with the Carlton stuff, Will cutting jokes, they terrorized Trevor in death, man, because they kept making jokes.
Yes, they really did. They really did.
But that's my number 2. I may have gone on long, but number 2 was that. I love that episode.
Check it out, though.
Oh, and Jeffrey got deported.
You want to hear something ironic? I had that listed as my number 2. I changed it.
Well, we got the Bad Boys at number 2, man. We're fine.
I did. I had that listed as my number 2. Well, we got the Bad Boys at number 2.
We got them in there, man. All right, so I'm gonna hand the floor over to you.
So
number 1. What's your number 1?
Number 1. Wingardium Leviosa. Number 1 for me is the Wanda Maximoff episode where she actually became the Scarlet Witch, the one that tipped her over to becoming the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, that was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite Halloween episodes. Yes, when she had the carnival and the boys was running around and they was having a good time, and then all of a sudden, they say that straw that breaks the camel back. It happened, and she lost it.
That one was really good. I'll give you that one.
That was a really, really, really good episode. And people that know us and follow us, y'all know we love Marvel. And that was my number 1. And I love saying for me.
Even just as a totality of series, that's probably my favorite Marvel TV series they've made so far.
You think so?
Rufus, I think we talked about this.
You take that over Loki?
I was in the dark for 4 episodes. What TV show or what comic book material can keep you in the dark that long?
Yeah, you're right. Especially a TV show, and you still come back and watch it.
I didn't know where we were going. Like, it keep me guessing. Oh, we're in there. Like, we'll probably have to take an episode to sort of rank those Marvel series as of now. Yeah. But that's been my number one, and that's still been my number one.
But you already know what my number one is. But we're gonna do that anyway. You know what my number one is. That's my number 2.
Okay, so number 1.
So what you got for what's the number 1?
Number 1 for me, I'm gonna have to go. I stuck with sitcoms, man. I didn't go anywhere else. But as a kid growing up and sort of not really liking inanimate objects coming to life, Family Matters Steve-O episode.
Oh no!
Destroyed me.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, with the little Steve and the little Carl. Oh man, the little Steve and the little Carl.
Rufus. Okay, so that was part 2. Was with Steve and little Carl. The first one. Okay, I will say I went back and rewatched it today before this recording. And I forgot they put like a disclaimer at the beginning of like Steve saying like, "Hey, tonight's episode is gonna be a little scary. Make sure you have like your parents or somebody with you." Right? I was like, I don't even remember that. But obviously, Steve-O is an evil ventriloquist dummy who comes to life, and his premise is to take out the Winslows so he and Steve can go on the road and perform. But Steve was gonna be the dummy. And Steve was gonna be the human or the actor.
Exactly.
Oh boy, just thinking about it now, and then I just watched it like hours ago. That freaked me out because it was so long. Because I've never had a TGIF show have a disclaimer that hey, this might be scary. Don't watch this without anybody else.
Not even. I said not even Sabrina the Teenage Witch had like disclaimers like that before a Halloween episode.
Well, I think it was online with the whole like Child's Play and Chucky thing that it had to be said. But I just remember the episode having again, just watched it hours ago. Eddie, he thought Santa was in a chimney. So Steve took him out. He stuffed him in the chimney. He cut Laura up and put her in the cupboard. 3J and Richie, they became Michael Jordan and Rodman. He was in the car. They were on the bikes outrunning him, and Steve was just in the car, man. But the reason he came alive is that Steve wished he could make him talk, and he went to sleep and he got like struck by lightning because it was a thunderstorm. Mm-hmm. It made me laugh today because he was like, "And I can dance too," sort of thing, and he just started like changing. Killing it. Yeah. but on top of that too, it ended up being just like a dream, right? Like a dream sequence, right?
Right.
But again, that was one of like the scariest TV specials that I remember. And what made it what stopped it from being like, I guess, that scary at the end, they showed the making of it. So I think that was a good thing to put in because if kids were watching, they could see, oh man, this is just a puppet. They were pulling it, they were doing the voice of it. But again, my number 1 Halloween, and we got a sequel with little Carl. The next year,
with little Carl.
So,
because he was trying to go to Vegas.
He wasn't he?
He was trying to go to Vegas, huh? And then Carl threw a boat out the window. It was funny. It was funny, but as a younger person, you probably would have been scared. But you know, it was funny to us. Like
I gotta watch the second one, bro. I gotta watch the second because I forgot about the Vegas thing. He was just trying to get to Vegas from Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So so that's been your top 3 and my top 3 Halloween TV specials of all time.
Yes.
Man, Rufus, anything else you gotta say before we run into the close
No,
of this?
no,
Man?
I don't have anything. It's just real funny to me that everyone on your list, except for that first one, I had on my list because I wanted to do the top 5. You know me, I always got more than what you asked for.
Exactly.
But that actually was gonna be my number 2 on my list.
Okay.
Was the Siegel episode.
Dude,
So we're look. This is like one of the episodes we're like almost on the same wavelength, bro.
It's uncanny because we don't talk about this stuff. Cause you try to tell me, and I'm like, Rufus, save it for the show. Like I don't want to know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that has been our top 3 again Halloween TV specials. Drop a comment below about what are your favorite Halloween TV specials. There's been a lot in the era of TV. So drop it below in the comment section, and be sure to subscribe to All-Star Fandom Show on Instagram and on TikTok. Share, comment, reply, do all the social media stuff. You know, hit the subscribe button. What else can we do? Send it to a friend. Text it to someone.
Tag somebody.
Tag somebody. Yeah, like they're it.
Yes.
This is how it works, right? Anyway, but but this has been a fun one. For the entire month of October, we're gonna do Halloween themed episodes. We're gonna come back again with probably another costume as we go through this month.
Yes.
So make sure you follow and like, subscribe, do all that stuff so you can keep up with what we're going to be releasing the next week, and then the week after that, and then the week after that, and then it's Halloween, trick or treat, and we'll have something fun for that one too. So Rufus, again, thanks for jumping on, man. You're a co-host at this point, man. So,
I love it. I love it.
So until next time, thanks for tuning in. Peace and happy Halloween.
Peace.